Ashley Ray from letstalkraystyle.com, and today I'm bringing you an updated video just of life and observation. Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, and Merry Christmas. So, recap on 2023. So I feel like 2023 was a year of reflection and observation, and taking things into perspective, right? So in late July, I lost a close family member, one of my first cousins. Many of you don't know, but I'm like the second oldest cousin of 30 something grandchildren. So we were really raised more like, siblings and very close knit. So that was a huge, devastating heartbreak for myself and my family. And right before Christmas, I lost my godmom, which is she's the exact same age as my mother. As a matter of fact, she would have been 65 in March. I have not talked about that very much. It's very personal. She was a great woman. She was a nurse. And her and my mom actually went to elementary school together. They grew up together. And her name is Renee Herring, is who I got my excellent godmom skills from. She was very loving, caring, always thought of other people. And also very much so straight to the point, in your face, like myself. And she is greatly missed, and she will be, forever greatly missed. I'm sure her ancestors welcomed her with open arms, as well as her mom. But that is something, again, that I have not really talked about, and I'm not finished processing myself. Just, death always makes you think of like life and what we're doing here, and how we never know when our time is up. It makes you take in perspective how you value people and things, because we seem to put a heavy emphasis on things and not enough emphasis on our love and care for people. As you can see, my sweater says kindness. It's probably backwards to you all. See that? Yeah. Because we all need to be kind to ourselves first, and then to other people, because you never know what someone is going through, right? When you encounter people at the store, at the gas station, at the restaurant, I hear a lot of people my age in particular talk about basically like how they don't know where they're going. When you're in your 20s, you have like this focus, this drive on what you want to do, blah, 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 blah. And a lot of us get there and it's like, this is not what I want to do. This is not what I want. And it leaves you feeling empty almost. A starting over place, or like this just can't be it, right? And so what I've come to realize is that none of us have it figured out, right? We don't. We may have a new goal that we would like to achieve, like as far as career or family life or relationships. But I feel like the key for us is to not know. So you may have a specific goal of what you want to do, but you should also keep yourself open to new experiences and different ideas that you didn't even think about, even though you have a particular goal. Because what I have learned, or what I am learning, is that keeping yourself open to new opportunities can ultimately guide you to where you want to be. You never know how different experiences, especially in a work environment, will play a huge role in a future position or career that you want. So it's like the answer is not knowing, just staying open and embracing what comes to you and what fits. You never want to do something that makes you not uncomfortable, because you should be uncomfortable to a certain degree, especially when you're learning something new. Things don't grow out of comfort. So you have to be uncomfortable for a minute, but then you fall right into place with what it is you're supposed to be doing. So I'd like to emphasize that, like, we don't know. We have an idea of what we want, but we don't know what life has in store for us. And I just feel like if we stay open to all the amazing possibilities, we'll be just fine. And it's like a fact, you start over in life at least 3 times, like career, relationships, friendships, all of the above. And speaking of which, so your connections seem to start to change. You venture off and meet new people, and sometimes your previous friendships or relationships don't align with the person that you are today. You know, just because you've been friends with someone for a certain amount of years doesn't mean that they've been a great friend or partner to you. And it doesn't mean that you have to keep them around if it's hurting you or you just don't feel the same way about that person anymore. So many of us are afraid to let go and venture out into the new. You don't want to stay stagnant, right? And that's with anything. You don't want to stay stagnant, and so your connections with other humans should be the same way. Although it's very hard. It is very hard and it's very scary because people are mean. People are ignorant. And it makes it very, very difficult for you to want to open up and share with anyone in any connection. But I also feel like that's all a part of the process. Like, even though it's scary, you have to do it anyway because it helps you grow as a person. It eases up the tension or the anxiety about fully opening up and expressing yourself. And you never know who could change your life if you keep the same people and never open yourself up to meet new people. You could be missing out on a whole new world, a whole new life, and new experiences and perspectives. And I just think that that's just so important with age, with time, with learning new perspectives. It's like watching a TV show, right? I love my reality TV shows, but it's so many different people watching these same shows as me, and they have a totally different perspective of what we're watching. My perspective is one thing, and someone else's perspective is something I never even thought about, I never even thought of. So it's just important. It's also important to recognize red flags within connections, and I don't necessarily mean just romantically, even though that's extremely important. You know, 1 red flag, okay, right? Because we all have those. But 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, at some point in your life, you have to be able to say, you know what, this is not something that I want to deal with, and just snip it off right at the neck, because it's not going to do anything but cause you more problems. And the longer you prolong cutting the situation and or person, the harder it will be. And who wants that, right? This is supposed to be soft era. We're supposed to be in soft era since 2022, 2023. So why are we forcing connections or being bothered with people who just don't mesh with us, you know? Makes no sense. So that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to visit my blog, letstalkraystyle.com. Even though I have not written anything, but there's still some great material there. Everybody's been going crazy about the comments that Cat Williams has made about other comedians and them dressing up like women. Guess what? There's a blog on letstalkraystyle.com called Comedy or Tragedy, and it talks about that very same topic. And I think I wrote that maybe, it was longer than this one, probably 6 or 7 years ago. Talk about someone that's before their time. Me. So anyway, check that out. And I also posted a vlog about the genocide that is occurring in Sudan, Congo, in parentheses, DRC, and in Palestine. That is up for your review. And I'm going to edit another video talking about things going on in the media and post that a little later. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to be kind. Show some kindness, okay? I hope all is well. Please feel free to email me any topics that you want to discuss or any questions that you have for me. It will be in the description. My email address will be in the description. Smooches.